Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. Today's episode, we have a mammoth game in the Champions League league phase. We've got Bayern Munich in a game that will probably decide if we're finishing in the top 8 or are we fighting for that top 8 spot. Also, since we last met, we've also made one more signing, another young player coming in. The board have actually looked to move on, and we've had some really good results in the league. So, without further ado, let's get into the episode. And if you are enjoying the content, please give it a like, do subscribe. Firstly, as you can see in the top, the board alert that due to the owner looking to sell the club. There we are. Hopefully they come in with more money, recalculate the transfer budget would be great. But I'm actually very happy with how the squad looks. Secondly, results-wise, it has been very good since we have last met, which was Inter. We beat Genoa, we beat Feyenoord, Torino, Salento, and Udinese. And as you can see in the group phase, we currently, only after 5 games played, sit 6th, but a win here is mammoth, and a loss, well, we could see ourselves actually full outside the 8. As you can see, Bayern Munich, yet to play, of course, as well, as they have a game in hand on everyone above us, also outside and on 12 points. So a win here could have implications on us not facing Bayern Munich in the future. And as you can see, the holders of the Champions League are currently Bayern Munich. That is correct. If you go to the profile, Bayern are the last winners. I would ideally not like to face them anymore. So hopefully we could win here today and see what we can do. Now, in terms of the team, we are going to speak about some players. But firstly, Hiroshi Iwamoto is a player that I wanted to bring in at the start of the year. He said he wasn't happy, didn't want to, just sign a new youth deal, etc. But being half Norwegian, playing for Rosenborg, and if you have a look at Rosenborg, he is their best player. He's just too good to not bring in. He's happy to come now. It's 2 mil up front. A lot of things over clauses within the Champions League, stuff like that. But if you have a look at him, apart from being 5'3" and being really small, as a box-to-box midfielder, winning the ball and being everywhere, he's crazily good. He's 17 with 14 tackling, 18 technique, can pass, got great work rate, flair and bravery, and he's physically going to be pretty quick. And the only thing he's going to lack really some height and some strength. I just think for what you're going to get from him, he's fantastic. He's the sort of guy that I would play in the occasional game, but mostly under 20s. And, I am planning to still be here next year unless we win everything this season, which is a possibility. Still, we could win the Champions League, the Italian Cup, and the Serie A, but there's also a possibility we don't. To be fair, if I failed in one of those competitions, I would definitely give it another go, because I think this AC Milan side, even if it is the Champions League that we miss out on this year, is good enough to win the Champions League eventually. So with that being said, I'll probably spend a couple years here as well. So Hiroshi Iwamoto, would love to have him in, get some relationship, and maybe a guy we bring to another club down the track as well. In terms of the players here that are going fantastic, I've actually started to note a couple. Luka Amico has got 7 in 12, 6 off the bench, 6 starts, 7 goals at a 7.28. Yeah, he's pretty incredible. That I've noted him as the best prospect at AC Milan when I joined. I think this guy's going to be one of the best strikers in world football. And important to note, I haven't put the note on him yet, but Roman Tisny was tutored by the press as someone that could be called up for France. He's already at 2.5 star, which means if you have a look at that, he's already a good Serie A player for most sides, and he's only, ladies and gentlemen, 18 years of age. Something tells me Roman Tisny, if we're here for another year, could be pushing first-team football. I think this is a kid we need to make as happy as possible, because I think he would be one of the first guys I would sign at my next club for sure. But yeah, look, fantastic player, someone that I really do rate. In terms of the team, though, we are as full strength as possible. We have had Ben Core out injured, a couple guys out injured, but we have been rotating too. But for Bayern Munich, who beat us in a friendly, we are as full strength as possible. Madigan, Calabria, Kalu, Tomori, and Hernandez, with Ismail Benacore, Tonali, and Dani Olmo, who's had a pretty good time of it. Giovanni Reina, pretty good player, but to be fair, I think it's getting to a stage where Tisny could become over him. Victor Roque and Rafael Leao are still continuing their great run of form. We've got great options on the bench as well, which is fantastic. Everyone's seeming pretty fit and going. Dragula's getting a bit more quicker too. I think we've built a really good squad. And I definitely think there's a world where if we don't win one competition this year, we're definitely going to complete Italy with this side, and we could definitely win the Champions League as well. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Let's have a look how Bayern are lining up under Jarl Guzman, who's just been sacked. And there is big boy Charles. He's playing up front. How's he gone? Let's find out. Since joining there for 52 mil, 7 goals in 10. Yeah, don't worry. I wish I still had him too. They also have Musiala. Also have Werner. Sadio Mane still kicking around, who's still very good. Goretzka with Kimmich, who is just out of this world. Lucas Hernandez, Dayot, Matheus de Ligt, which I'm glad is not at Juventus, and Joe Cancelo, who is fantastic still at 31 as well. Got Ryan on the bench too. He's a pretty good player. I wonder if he were to get upset not playing enough minutes there. Timo Werner is a backup striker. You know, Goncalves Inacio is a great centre-back. Yeah, that's a pretty good team, let's be honest. So, yeah, Gossens as well. Just casually Gossens as a backup left wing-back. Yeah, nice side. We've got to go out there and attack. We are at home. We played that friendly game undermanned and away from home where they slapped us. Don't get me wrong, I think Bayern could slap us. We're obviously the Rossoneri, so we're going to be in the black and red. Bayern will be probably in their away white kit, which they are. And we have a ball with Victor Roque early on, 7 minutes in. I'm going to put it out there. We win this game. I think we win the Champions League this year, or we should go close. As Dani Olmo, effort block, falls back to us, blocked. And, well, 2 blocks inside the same highlight. Realistically, could have been 1-0. And we're a little bit unlucky as Tonali now goes for goal and he fires well over as he was rushed with his shot. But that is promising here. That is very promising. Bayern dominated us in that friendly. We've dominated the first 10 minutes. It's a very good sign, but it's Bayern Munich. They're very good as Mane's in. Cuts it. Good tackle from Kalu. No, it wasn't. Michael Oliver reckons it's a penalty, and Bayern Munich's first shot of the match is going to be from the spot. And it's going to be for Manigan to become a hero here to hopefully do what he needs to do. Now, Charles against us, against his former club. Manigan versus Charles. They may have seen each other in training. Can Manigan do something? He nearly did, but he didn't. So it is 1-0. It is Bayern Munich with the lead here in Italy. And slightly against the run of play in the first 11 minutes, which is the annoying part. We've started well. We've looked good. And that is a weird camera angle. It's too zoomed out. I'm going to say Manigan should use his feet and save that, but it is what it is. Bayern, 1 shot, 1 attack, 1 goal to our 6 shots, nothing in the first 10 minutes there. That is a bit unfortunate. We're dominating in terms of chances, but nothing really to write home about. This would be one of those games on FM where you play really well, but because it's Bayern Munich, you don't get diddly squat, and they score 3 goals with 4 shots. Hopefully not the case as Giovanni Reina picks it up. Rafael Leao wanted it, ignored, now wants it again, gets it. Victor Roque is with him, finds him. Great touch, great run, great finish, great goal. That's onside as they check for VAR. For sure he's onside. Went around Neuer and had still the presence, the composure, and the very world-class touch to still keep the ball in play and get it in the back of the net. And we are back on level target, on level pegging. Our first shot on target, is what I should say, has gone in. Great ball, great touch. Neuer beat, and that little toe poke around him to find the back of the net. Goal scored, but a highlight from kickoff is never fun when you're playing Bayern Munich. This is going to be one of those games that just descend into Football Manager madness. Musiala's in there now. Goes to Kimmich. Charles hits, blocked. Falls to Mane. Manigan with a world-class save. Fell to Mane from point blank, and Manigan makes himself huge and finds a save. Joey Cancelo now with a ball in. Werner heads. Manigan again with a world-class save and held it too. 2 big saves from Manigan. Bayern Munich. First time we've seen him do anything was from a kickoff. So, yeah, Football Manager being Football Manager at the minute. Giovanni Reina, Tonali, great switch out to the Theo Hernandez. Dani Olmo was in a great spot. Ball to Roque is great. Neuer pulls off a world-class save down the other end. Both keepers called into action there within 5 minutes of each other. A crazy tie 22 minutes in. And it is 1-1. Tonali now whips one in there. Doesn't find anyone. Giovanni Reina forces Warner to lose the ball. Tonali now could whip from this wide area. Calabria, Kalu, and still with us, but yeah, probably highlight over. Still going though, you never know. Tonali loses out. Maybe it's them on the break, and that's not what we want. Ball goes long. Well won there by Tomori. Tonali now needs an option. Finds Kalu. We need both wing-backs to get him behind here and wide, which we do. Rafael Leao's offside. He's hit the post anyway. 23 minutes. Very even game. I'm very happy with this. Theo Hernandez, Giovanni Reina. Cut out by Cancelo and Mane. Mistake. Oh, Neuer. What a save. Went to play back to Neuer. Rafael Leao was probably caught cheating and not pressing. And he just stood there for a second. Went back to him and, well, he really should score. Neuer with a world-class save. 29 minutes played. Both keepers have made some blinders. Which is not often you say that in Football Manager. both keepers have been unbelievable. Corner now for Kimmich. Backstick ball. Rafael Leao of all people head away. Charles is everywhere at the minute for Bayern. The lit. Goretzka. Tonali tries to step. Doesn't. Lucas Hernandez now. Still going as Lucas Hernandez. Goretzka. Hernandez. Could whip. Falls to Musiala. That's a goal. Bayern lead again in the 39th minute. Slight little bit of luck with the deflection of the cross falling perfectly to Musiala, but it was well worth move. And Theo Hernandez, his brother, Lucas Hernandez, pretty sure they're brothers. Lucas Hernandez doing absolute bits. But yeah, the deflection falls to Musiala perfectly, and there's nothing Manigan can do. And that is 2-1. Even game, but Bayern proving why they are the holders of the Champions League. And if they scored right now for 3-1, it would be really, really, really harsh. Ball in, Goretzka heads. Wow, Bayern Munich do not deserve to be 3-1 up here at halftime. 2-1 I could have lived with. I said, okay, very even game. Bayern has just been that touch more clinical. But for them to score from the corner is ridiculous. The fact that Rafael Leao misses a ball that's been passed to him in the 6-yard box. That is a little bit about it. Oh my God, highlight from kickoff. 2 minutes on the clock has already been played. There should be no time for this highlight. Calabria, Roque. We're just going to go for it, aren't we? Calabria again. Steps on it. Can't afford to lose the ball. Tonali. Backstick. Rafael Leao. What a goal. That's onside. 2 goals inside the same minute. We score from kickoff barring VAR. And Rafael Leao with 2 people on him with his non-preferred left foot cross keeper has beaten Neuer inside a post and in, and it's 3-2. What is this game? Tonali just whips it in there knowing there's not long left on the clock. 2 people. Joey Cancelo's one of them, for goodness sake. And Rafael Leao goes, nah, don't worry, boss, I'll score. 3-2. I'm more happy now than 3-1, let's be honest. But I'm still going to get aggressive in the change room and say, come on, boys, you've been better than this. Bit more clinicalness. We're the team that would have been leading. Ball in, Roque blocked, and then blocked again. Couple of big moments there. We've looked good, and look, if we're doing this to Bayern Munich and we're giving them this much of a game, we're going to be around the mark this year. Just really need to finish inside the 8, which I think we will with a run home, as Omo forgets he can touch a ball. But yeah, 47th minute. Hernandez froze. We're tight on him in here, but Hernandez is going to get a chance to go. Roque tried to cut off the passing lane and didn't. Goretzka now out the other side, and here comes Bayern Munich. This is where they're really good. Joao Cancelo. Dani Olmo and Theo Hernandez, though, did not let him do anything. Rafael Leao now. Great ball out there to Calabria, providing the width. Down the line, Roque wanted it, ignored. Calabria now looking for Rafael Leao. Backstick header, Neuer beat. It's 3-3 in 49 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. That is correct. 3-all, 49 minutes. And one of the craziest games you're going to see in the Champions League phase in this save. And, well, this probably is arguably game of the tournament for the year. And this has no signs of slowing down. Both keepers have kept well. Both strikers have looked good. The midfielders have been battling. It has been very good. We're going to make our first change. Ben Kaur's coming back from injury. His name is Rafael Ondaneka. Like for like. First change made. Giovanni Reyna's not had a pretty good game. I'm actually going to get Romain Tisney in. Like for like. I'm going to trust the man. The youngster from France is on. Joao Cancelo. Warner. Picked off by Tonali. Needs some help. Roque. Rafael Leao's quick. Rafael Leao's away. Rafael Leao scores. And from 3-1 down, we lead 4-3. 64 minutes played. Rafael Leao with his 20th of the year. What a break. What a move. Tonali, the instigator. The Roque ball, and Rafael Leao does not miss, ladies and gentlemen. The first time ball delightful, but with the pace, no one ever touching him. And, well, Neuer is beat again. They've now gone into 4-2-2-2-2-2. Interesting. Cancelo's had a stinker. We need to go down his side. Free kickers were thinking about making a change, and it's Kimmich from distance. He hits one, and that's over the bar. Manigan watches it go over acrobatically. Looking nervous? Don't need to look nervous, mate. Theo Hernandez had a pretty good game, but they're both dead. Both fullbacks. Tonali's pretty dead too. His name is Salvatore Esposito, like for like. I know that's a big move. Dani Olmo also dead. Andre Gula is going to be there too. And look, I think Calabria is coming off. Kalu's going to go on that side. And I'm going to bring Koulibaly in with some experience as a central defender and defend. I'm actually going to get Kalu now to actually sit in as a wing-back on support, or full-back on support. Just sit in. Just sit in. Bit more defensively minded back four. We're 4-3 up with 15 to go. See what we can do. Theo Hernandez, Odenanka. Theo. Loses it. Warner. Here they come. Bayern Munich on the break. It's scary. Lamar. Picked off by Esposito. Oh my God. Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao. Neuer. What a save to keep him in it. He should have scored. He's on a 10. And he's on a hat-trick. But he misses. And this game is still alive. 88 minutes played. We now go to balance. We now get the time wasting up. We lower that tempo. And we pray. We pray now that we can find a way home. 90 minutes played. Is there a moment for Bayern Munich? And in one of the classical, one of the classical Champions League matches, the best one of this season for the Champions League for sure. One of the best we're ever going to have, I think, in Glory Hunter. You've just witnessed two Titans go battle for 90 minutes, and we've come out on top. It's AC Milan 4, Bayern Munich 3. XG of 3.32 plays an XG of 3.1. Mannigan with some world-class saves. To be fair to Neuer, he's got a 7 after shipping 4 because he pulled off some saves too. If you have a look at the stats, 21 shots plays 18, 10 plays 7. Very similar, to be fair. If you have a look at the pass completion, Bayern a little bit better because we're a little bit more direct when we don't have the ball. Possession fairly even. A world-class game. A game that deserves to be in its own little episode by itself. And well, lads, we win. We move into top now on 16 points with Wolfsburg of all teams. And Bayern Munich, with 2 games to go, are outside the 8, which is massive for them. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time for another episode. It's probably going to be a league game of some sort. We're through the group, basically. And we got OJ Nice and Hertha Berlin away from home, but we should be okay. Could be Hertha Berlin if it gets really, really whatever. I think our next game we're going to play is Juventus in the league and see what happens with the Italian Cup if we get someone of nature that we're going to have to show you that one there as well. But with that being said, we're top of the Serie A. We're top of the Champions League group phase. We just beat last year's champions, Bayern Munich. We dare to dream to do the treble. Maybe we do. See you guys next time. Thank you and goodbye.